Noel's course taught me that I can monetize my passion, that I deserve. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Noel WALROND.
Let go of the ego. I like the way Diddy says it. There's no ego in getting this paper. In getting this paper, getting paid. Yes, indeed. I got you. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I have to, speak. Yes. So, is that clear for everybody? So, turn to the person beside you, give them a high five, and say, I'm letting go of the ego today. So, I had to make a decision. Am I going to keep talking about doing this speaking thing and coaching thing, or am I going to actually do it? Yeah. Whatever you've been thinking about, are you going to keep thinking about it, or are you going to actually do it? I don't know how. Oprah did not come out of the womb with a mic in her hand. Steve Jobs didn't come out with an apple in his hand. Well, are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. It's an earn while you learn process. Nobody knows how to do stuff before they do it. I'm going to say it again. Nobody knows how to do something until they do it. And it's something where you're going to tweak it and turn it as you go. And you're going to have the setbacks and the challenges. Steve Jobs didn't win at everything he tried, nor has Warren Buffett. They have all had failures and setbacks along the way. They wouldn't be where they are today without it. Because those are lessons that we learn from. Fear is a coward. When you face it, it runs away.
I am the person that does 8 million things at one time. And I think I'm really good at all of them. And I love all of them. But it's not the first time I've heard this seminar or him speak to that. So I know I need to focus. But the thing that frightened me about just focusing on one thing solely is that I feel like if I was 21, I could do that, but I feel like I don't have time, because what if it doesn't work out? So I do always go back to like, oh, but I can do two things, and I'm too old to just jump into one thing in case like I need to have a family, I need to somehow launch a business, become a superstar, do all these things, and pop out 3 kids in the next 5 years.
Any takers? Now, when I was coaching Jen, because we have to go through, this is not unique, trust me, this is not unique. Now, when I first started with Jen, each time I would tell her to focus on, because she had the real estate, they had the old thing that you were doing for the elderly, the project for the elderly that you were doing, senior citizens, seniors, and then you had localized Toronto, and then you had what else?
That was it. Those were the 3 things.
Right, and none of them were really being done properly. So so every time I'm telling her, look, you could do those things, but why don't we get ourselves to a financial position where you can afford to hire other people who can help you to manifest on those levels? So why don't we pick one thing, kill it, like this, put 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand, whatever the number happens to be for you, behind you. It may take a couple of months to 6 months, whatever. But in that span of time, you would accomplish more in that span of time than you would have for the entire year. Jen had already earned a 6-figure income when we met. She just never done it in 2 months before. You know what I'm saying? So she wasn't somebody who was just down on her luck. Neither are you. You know what I mean? You're a gifted person. You're sharp, right? Same way. So the whole point simply is, but every time I would tell her to come to create the focus, I'm using her for a reason, she would be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yo, Jen, did you do the thing? No, you see what happened? And she'd be like, well, yeah, well, you know what, I was just thinking maybe this is really not the time, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, and this and this and that. And every time she goes to another seminar, she's getting inspired, she will do something else. Are you getting what? Yes?
I was not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. Okay, fair enough. So the point simply is, and I'm coming back because the two of you are one another, which is actually pretty cool. you really need somebody to hold you accountable to a specific picture of all the things that you've got happening. Let's create one happy face. Let's create one sunshine. And because when we start creating one and you start generating more revenue as a result, what begins to happen is that all this stuff begins to get canceled out. Because you're now thinking, when you're functioning on a different level, generating this, your mindset about everything else changes too.
True.
I know.
Yeah.
I learned some really cool stuff. I learned how to focus. Focus is important. I learned how the mind works, and like learning that, you can take yourself anywhere. And his sales techniques are amazing.
I got very clear. I became very cognizant of how the mind works and how my unique template could work for me on a daily basis.
So what's more about Noel is, and what's rare about him is that he walks his talk. So at every single moment, doesn't matter if you call him, he's like constantly on, and that's like something that's so inspiring, and I'm learning to live my life in the same way.
And within 2 months, then my income doubled, and my debt cut in half. And I was like, okay. And then there's about reflections, inner, outer world. I was going nuts. And everything was just going amazing. So I'm super stoked about everything that Noel's doing. It's made a huge impact on all my relationships and whatever. I've now closed down the consulting side of my business, even though it's doing really well. And now I'm fully focused, number one, 100% committed, like Noel has shown me, on my passion, which is helping other people do what I have done for others. Bring your passion, your purpose out to the world in an online way, live free, break the chains from a laptop, make your 5 figures while impacting other people's lives. And that's what I'm doing now full time. My income is probably going to double again within the next 2 months. We're on pace for that. Noel, thanks, brother.
Hey, today was a powerful and empowering day. Thanks to Noel and his wonderful, inspiring seminar, a tremendous gift. I feel so pumped, so empowered. He's gifted me with clarity, and I must say, I fully endorse and support his program, and I cannot wait to get on board. It's been an awesome, awesome day.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Kevin. I'm here at My Dream Works, and I want to say a shout out to Noel. Very positive information I learned today. I'd encourage anybody to come out and hear his brother speak. Definitely powerful and encouraging. So anybody looking to be empowered and move forward and get out that mindset of being depressed or fearful, make sure you come out to My Dream Works. Shout out to Noel. Thank you very much.
How's everybody feel today? How's everybody feeling today? How's everybody feeling today? What are we? What do we do? It's time to make it. Let's get to. It's game. Let's. Welcome to Big Dreamaholics. Thank you very much, guys. May God bless you.